I don't know what happened. I have no clue what happened. One sec. Well, duh. Okay, I need to get YouTube back up to where it was. Oh my gosh, that was fun. I don't even know what happened. Like, everything was fine until I was like, Goblin Shark. And then I was like, no. No Goblin Shark. Look it up on your own systems, because clearly it's not a good idea for me to be showing off the Goblin Shark. Well, that's frustrating. My bitrate just plummeted for some reason, and I have no clue why. Content. Sorry, I need to put all the names from my previous stream over on this one. No, I didn't. It was already downloaded. That's the thing. Like, it didn't. I don't even know what the deal was. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do that save. Oh, that's frustrating, because I had a lot of people hanging out and vibing, and now it's all broken. We're gonna refresh this page. That is so weird. Twitch. I'm gonna see what happened. It, like, because it started, it was, I think it was an OBS issue. Because OBS started glitching. And it normally, it doesn't glitch even when I'm, like, it doesn't glitch even when I'm, like, working on stuff and I'm not streaming. So I'm trying to figure out what, it, like, dropped to, like, 0. I watched it and I was like, what? And it, like, plummeted. So I think something happened on OBS, but I have no clue what. But it killed everything. It killed everything. Well, yeah, so the reason why clipping is gonna have problems is, like, because, like, it wasn't outputting any stream. So you're not even gonna get a good, you're not even gonna get a good clip out of it. But it's weird, I've just never had that particular problem with OBS, so I'm gonna have to look at the... I had to, like, shut the whole thing down. Like, I had to, like, force close it because it was, like, not functioning. So can I download the logs from here? I'm just gonna do that now because I will forget. Log files. Upload previously. Okay, we will do that later. But that is there. That's so weird. I don't know why that happened. Have you tried to appease the machine spirit? I don't know. Look, it didn't have any problems. It didn't indicate to me that there was a problem. Oh, Nova, thank you so much for the bits. Hey, Aurelia, can't stay long. Have a happy birthday. Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry for the scuff. Sorry for the scuff. That's just so weird that happened. It needs screams. No, it doesn't. It's not a microphone issue. It was an OBS issue. Well, that's annoying because, like, I've never had a problem with it. And of course it's on my birthday. Scuff builds character. It does, but it's very frustrating. It's very, very frustrating. It's sad. She rolled her chair over the Ethernet cable and stopped the flow of the internet juice. No, it's going behind my computer. I can't even roll it over. If I rolled it over, my chair would be on the wall. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the birthday wishes. You know, wouldn't be a VTuber without the VTuber scuff, I guess. I'm gonna save this link. Crash log. Because it straight up just said, no, thank you. Actually, I'm kind of... Analyze. I want to see what it says happened. Interesting. Sorry, I'm reading. What is this? So, hardware accelerator is a feature added with Windows 10. It's currently known to cause performance capture issues. Oh. I'll have to look at that. Huh. Wait. Go away. Sorry. I'm looking at all of like the logs. Audio. It says my sample rates are different, but they're not. Weird. Anyways, Goblin Shark. Look it up. They're weirdos. They're super weird. Okay, it won't let me change anything right now. Did you forget to do your prayers? No, this has never happened before. I've never had this problem. But it looks like it might have... I've been updating OBS, so I don't think it would have issues with Windows 11. Anyways, it's all good. It's all good. Goblin Shark, we finally have a name for Sibling. I did not say that was their name. I did not say that was their name. Thank you, Calgar, for the birthday wishes. I just say that. I genuinely don't think this sibling is ugly. I just send it anyways. I say it as like hyperbole. Oh no. They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me. Although I will say we have definitely this is our love language, calling each other ugly. Because when we pick up the phone to like talk to each other, so if I call them, they'll answer, they'll say like, "What's up, ugly?" And that's how I answer the phone too. And we've definitely made people very confused. Mainly my sibling, because they'll answer the phone in front of other people and everyone will look at them, they're like, What's wrong with you? Like, why are you calling someone that? So we've definitely confused people that way. Yeah. So we both call each other ugly. Or if we see something ugly, we'll take a picture of it and send it to the other person and say, "This is you." I just came from part 1. Yeah, unintended. Unintended part 1. I was hoping for one big stream, but I guess we're having smaller streams today. Honestly, if someone picks up the phone and says, "Hi, ugly," you can guess it's a sibling. Yeah, but everyone apparently is so confused by this. In like 3 months, your contact for them will be changed to Goblin Shark. No, I wouldn't do that. It's still their name. Well, the nickname, really. It's not their actual name. It's a nickname. But it's not Goblin Shark. No, I actually, if I'm being honest, I think this sibling is more attractive than me. If I'm being 100% honest. Oh, Redtail Wolf, thank you so much for the 25 gifted subs. And thank you for the Taco Bell gift cards earlier today. I saw that pop up before I streamed, so I wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much. We're having a birthday. Now I have a permanent mental image of custodians taking images of unhinged things and sending them to their best buddy saying, "This is you." Yeah, that's me. That's me. I do that. Thank you so much, Red Tail Wolf. Thank you again. We were just talking about how my sibling is not actually ugly. I don't think they're actually ugly. I just say that because I have to. It's an obligation. It's an obligation. You have to say it. Anyone else have siblings that they say something like similar to them? No, you don't want a custody with a goblin shark head. That's terrible. That's terrible. You would not want that. Yes, it's a duty. It's a tradition. Oh yeah, I've probably done worse. I'm trying to think of things I've done to my siblings. Look, you just have to. It's just a sibling thing. It's just a sibling thing. I have one close friends who are like siblings. One of our mutual friends thought we hated each other for like a year. No, that's just how it is. That's just how it is sometimes. You just have to accept it. So I've got to run the brother-in-law birthday. Oh, you have more birthdays. Lots of birthdays in June. So thank you so much, Red Tail Wolf. Tell your brother-in-law. I think, is it your... Yeah, if it's your brother-in-law's birthday, tell him I said happy birthday. Or tell him a friend of yours said happy birthday. Your character model looks wicked. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm a huge fan of it. I love the armor. I'm most comfortable when I am impervious to most forms of attack. When you were saying parents have to tell their daughters they are pretty, I said tell your sisters they're ugly to keep them grounded. Yes. They can't get too proud. They can't be too proud. There is a limit to where it's kind of mean. But as a funny note, one of the things that my mom said, that she said a lot of things, but one of the things that she said, okay, you guys can call each other ugly because I know you guys are joking, but you guys can't, like, even like as a joke, call each other fat. Like, you can't call your other siblings fat. And I was like, oh, okay. So we came up with another way. And we still didn't mean it. We made a joke that we said, we say you're a fatty boobalatti. That was the joke. So instead of saying the first part, it's like, you're a boobalatti. But we didn't actually think that. It was just a joke because she's like, you can't call your siblings fat. Like, you can't do that. Like, don't do that. So we got around it. She knew about it, but it was funny. Sir Reckless, enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you have a good time. Yes, it is my birthday today. Yes, Alan. That's some Dr. Seuss name, yeah. Yep. So that's what we called each other. It was perfect. It wasn't all the time. It was like when we were annoyed, but like not so annoyed with each other. It's complicated. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Adrian. And thank you, Sir Reckless. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Yeah, my stream kind of crashed, so I assume some things fell with it. But yeah. So there you go. You got some extra insight on what it's like to have siblings if you grew up as an only child. I wouldn't go so far as to call it harassment, but there's a lot of harassing when you have siblings. Like, you are either being harassed or you are harassing someone. It depends on how close you are in age, but for sure. Thank you, Zeno, for the birthday wish. Happy birthday. Thank you. I remember me and my brother used to get in fights when we were little. Both of us got black eyes. Oh my gosh. And my mom would only come in and say, boys will be boys. Wow. Black eyes, I think, is a step too far, but it seems like you guys did okay. I envy only childs. No. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. You may have a hard time with your siblings, or you may like fight with them, but in the end it's better to have them. Because this is something my parents always told us. They said, hey, like, as your parents, we're not going to be around forever, but like your siblings, you guys are going to all go through life together, so you guys better like figure it out. So I highly recommend, even if you don't have the best relationship, try to figure it out. Try to figure it out. And I know easier said than done, but you know, I think of it as verbal roughhousing. I have a twin, so I was never alone. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I, like, even though in the moment, like, having siblings was just like, so just frustrating, I'm grateful that I have them. Yes, there you go. There you have it. Excuse me, I'm not an Eldar. How dare you say this? On my birthday, no less. Say this on my birthday. I'm not an Eldar, I'm an abhuman. On my birthday. Couldn't even stop. Oh my gosh, this is some insane stuff that's happening here. No, I'm not an Eldar. I'm an abhuman. Thank you. Thank you. I have step-siblings, but only saw them occasionally. As an only child, it feels pretty great. Yeah, it also depends on, like, your temperament, but I would say I think having siblings is better than not having siblings. That's just me, though. That's just me. You're an abhuman. How many abs do you have? Like the normal amount that people can have? Like, what, you can have a 6-pack or an 8-pack, right? So it's like a 6-pack. I have 20 abs. No. No. Now they're just saying numbers. Now they're just saying numbers. Ugh. 500 abs. It doesn't sound as good as cigarettes. 500 cigarettes. $500 would last some time. Yeah, I mean, you don't know. I could be a huge chain smoker. I'm not, but I could be. You never know. You never know what's behind the model. Thank you so much, Smiley, for the birthday wishes. Yes, the Emperor protects. Yes. I think we know if you were a chain smoker. No, I'm so good at hiding it. I'm so good at hiding it. You couldn't, nah, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. I'm just so good at hiding my voice. This is a voice changer, obviously. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it's clearly just a voice changer. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Yes, I'm secretly a man. I'm secretly a dude with a voice changer. It's just so good. Yeah, women aren't real. I'm fake. I don't exist. Nope. It's just, I'm just a dude. I'd still watch. Fair, fair, fair. But no, I am actually, I am a woman. A woman's. If you could save one Chaos Space Marine from betraying the Emperor, who would you rescue? Why Sevatar? I feel like you've answered that question. I feel like you've answered that question. You go through wives like going through Code Red cans. What do you mean? Wives? What? What are you talking about? What? I'm confused. What? I'm married to Sanguinius. I don't know what he's saying. I'm confused. Yeah, I also thought about Erebus to keep Erebus from betraying everyone. I did consider Erebus, so that one would just stop everything, and that would be awesome. I didn't say I was married to any of them. I proposed, but the marriage never happened. It's fine. It's fine. Just because I collab with someone doesn't mean I'm their wife. Just cause I collab someone doesn't mean you can't fix Erebus. But if the prompt is, if I can save one Chaos Space Marine from betraying the Emperor, which one? It would be Erebus. Erebus is like the easy one because then you don't have to worry about any others. Yeah, just because you propose doesn't mean you get married. Honestly, like, this is something my dad told me. He said, like, even if someone proposes to you, you, like, if you have any doubts, like, you have until the wedding, like, if you have doubts, you can always back out of a proposal. So there you go. So there you go. Well, yeah, okay, so just because someone says yes to a proposal doesn't mean you are gonna get married. Didn't you see the collapse? There's a whole video about it. There's a whole video. No, I'm not saying I had any doubts about marrying Sanguinius. Okay, real talk, real talk, real talk. No, if you are engaged to someone, but at any point if you have doubts, like, you are better off before the wedding, for sure. Like, if you aren't sure, you can always call it off. Yes, you might have spent money, you might have done this, but like making a decision to marry someone is very important. So you have that time period. It's like double check, make sure you have no doubts. Because even if you have like oh, well, I'm not really sure about this, like about like a character trait they have or like how they behave or they do whatever, like, no, okay, look, Soko, it's either a lot of money, like if you lose down payments for a wedding, or it's like a huge chunk of your life, and if you end up getting divorced later, it's like divorce lawyer fees. It's like so many things. So you are better off losing that money before you get married rather than after. Okay, good. It's hard to tell. I can't tell what people's tone is, like what the tone is when they're talking in a chat. I'm like, no, let me make it very clear. You would rather lose the money now. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Or get a prenup. Yes, you can get a prenup. I really don't like those because, in my opinion, for me, like, a marriage is forever. So, like, take your time in making, like, the best decision possible. So, like, I don't, personally, I don't like the idea of having a prenup because, and this is not always the case, but it feels like going into, like, with a prenup, it's like, oh, you're expecting to get divorced. That's my personal opinion. That's not always the case. But my thought is like, hey, this is forever, and like there are only like extreme circumstances in which I would divorce someone. Yeah, see, I agree. Prenup is like preparing for failure. But I understand that you like just have like crazy stuff. So there you go. That's that's my take on it. So you can get a prenup. I see why people get it, but as a personal thing for me, nah, not so much. Yeah, so here's the thing. Prenup removes some of the benefit of divorce, so I believe it to be a good thing. Well, here's the thing. Yes, there are benefits if someone decides to divorce you. However, you want to choose someone that's not going to do that, or not going to, like, divorce you over something small and petty. It all boils down to make the right choice, take the time you need to make sure you are marrying the right person. And no one's getting married. I forget how this got brought up. Oh yeah, because people said I was married to a lot of people, and then I said something that my dad said to me. People change, so it's planning ahead. Yes, but like there are things that people change. Well, yeah, there are aspects of people that change, but if someone is changing so drastically, that's... Ooh. Divorce rates are climbing. They are climbing, but that like back to what I said, find someone with like similar values and they have like a similar outlook on life, and like that they're willing like to talk things through. Like I said, like my dad has impressed this upon me. It's like make a good choice. Take all the time you need, and if you have any doubts, you can always back out before you get married. You are better off being more cautious as a result. Yeah, this is very, very like a side path, but I find it's so serious, and like I want all of you guys to be successful. So like I will impart the spider dad wisdom that he has granted upon me. You know, sometimes people lie and hide who they are. Yeah, no, and see, yes, that like is totally fair, and I have friends who have experienced that, but I also know in that experience they were incredibly rushed in their decision, and that's part of it. Like they rushed in their decision, they didn't listen to parents and friends who had doubts about the relationship. It's like take your time when you're making this call. So the people that I know that have had like extremely bad experiences, it's usually because they rushed it. So don't rush it. Don't rush it. Take your time. It is one of the most important decisions you can make in your life, because it could be the other like spouse of your kids. So like it's the other half of what your kids are going to be. You want to make sure you like every bit of this person, and even if it means like you have to break up with them, like that's okay. Like breaking up with someone isn't fun, but if you take a look at everything and some of those hard questions you guys disagree on, like then it's not worth it, and you're better off trying to go find someone else who aligns better with you. Anyways, sorry for the tangent. It's just so important. That's so important. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes, Raven. And thank you Bard as well. Yeah, I thought from your color palette, oh hang on, I want to read that one. I thought from your color palette that you were Emperor aligned, but your throne is full of Taco Bell, and I'm forced to assume you align with Chaos. No, Flamebird Phoenix, I appreciate that. I used to have a lot of Warhammer stuff, but I have very generous viewers that bought it all. And so I would like to get more minis. However, I haven't finished painting the ones they already got me. So I've had to like, I haven't put any Warhammer things recently on my throne page, unless someone found something that I deemed reasonable enough. But unfortunately, less Warhammer things. Unlike the rest of us, she's able to stop herself from buying minis. Yeah. I wonder how marriages work in the 40k universe. I imagine they're similar. I mean, I don't imagine, like, the institution of marriage has, like, changed too much. I haven't thought about it, but it's probably not too different. Like, I think if you're nobility, you definitely do, like, big, like, weddings. I imagine if you're on, like, the poorer end, like, it's a lot of courthouse weddings, and that's probably it, since, you know, Warhammer is very, like, oppressive. So I would say it's very simple if you aren't, like, a member of, like, the nobility, or you don't have, like, a ton of money. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Las Vegas type weddings in 40k, not enough time. Yeah, unless you're noble and you're, like, making a statement about things. Because then I could totally see that. And yes, culture between planets would be very different. That is true. The way I see it, prenups can be a good thing if the spouses have big economic difference. If they stay married, a prenup is irrelevant. If they want to divorce, they both know it's not about the money. That's true, but then again, it's like the same thing. Like, let's say you are the person with more income than your future spouse. You need to make sure that you are really analyzing them, and it's like, what do they really care about? Do they care about money? Because money is, like, a huge problem in marriages. Like, that's, like, one of the top things. So if you know them well enough and you can, like, have that conversation about, like, the importance of money and how things work there, like, you can figure out what their motivations are. It takes some time and effort and digging, but you really can figure that out before you even get married. In Warhammer, I feel like marriage is kind of there for reproduction. I mean, I don't know if anyone particularly cares if someone is married or not to have kids in the Warhammer universe. I don't know if they care. This doesn't sound like Warhammer yapping. It's a whole lot of different things. It's Warhammer yapping and more. We do all the yapping. Yeah, Fulgrim got married multiple times, but those were political marriages. The Emperor had 20 sons out of wedlock. Well, yeah, when you put it like that. No, he did. He did, well, yes and no, Shadow. Someone asked him if he loved the women he was married to, and he said for a time he did, but then he said love was something I really couldn't afford because they would be used against him. So he learned, he was like, oh, like, I guess I kind of had to step away from actually, like, caring and loving for them. I'm like, oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Spencer, is it your birthday too? Happy birthday. I hope you're having a very good day. We're talking about weddings in the 40k universe and otherwise. Long story short, be smart when you pick your partner. Take all the time you need. Don't rush it. Ta-da! I'd also imagine after falling in love with so many at a certain point, you just couldn't love them to the same extent. Yeah, no, I think that's true. Yeah. I was gonna say, is that the Pig King? Kyber? That sounds like the Pig King. I heard a synopsis of that. Oh, ugh. Gross. That book. Ugh. Never heard of that book, but the name is concerning. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is a book about Nurgle. Why have babies when you can just clone yourself? The Krieg, probably. Well, you could, maybe. You could do that. But I think some genetic variation is probably good for the human race as a whole. So... The Pig King is one of my favorite books. Oh my god, but that... I just heard... I never read it. I don't want to read it because I heard enough. I was like, no, this is gross. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Imagine having your heart broken over and over again being as old as the Emperor's. I honestly don't think the Emperor really loved anyone. I don't really think he did. Like, there's talk of, like, the sensei, so we obviously know the Emperor, like, went around, but I don't know if he ever loved. I think especially when he came into his powers, he was like, okay, I know what I need to do, and then he just, like, workaholicked it. So, even if they're not canon, there could have been brotherly love with Malcador. I could totally see that. But I don't think he ever had, like, a strong romantic love with any, like, females. Thank you for the birthday wishes, Copa. He loves conquest, but I don't ever think he ever had like a romantic attachment to anyone. Romantic. Emphasis on the romantic, because there's different like kinds of love. There's like brotherly love, familial love, like there's a bunch. It's not just romantic. So I definitely think he had like a kind of a friendship kind of love with Malcador. You know, even then, Erda wasn't like... I'm not saying, like, they could have been romantically entangled, but I personally think that she was more of a means to an end. He wanted someone with really good genetics for his sons. So it wasn't like... There wasn't, like, I don't think there was an actual, like, appreciation, like, a love there. There was just like, oh, you're really smart, and you have really good genes that will be really good for my sons. Thank you, Harold, for the 9 months of support, my dude. Yeah, I think he used Erda. Yeah, it's like a colleague. I saw something. What was it? Yeah, he had favoritism towards Horus, but was it ever love? I mean, in Master of Mankind, he indicates to Ark and Land that he only ever sees his sons as tools. Talking about Angron, it's just, he's just a number. He's not a son. So is it really love? I don't think so. But where is... He loves Sanguinius, but like where is... I see, that's the thing. I want to know the proof for that. Did he love the Custodes? I think it was also they were tools. I think he cared about them, but I don't know if he ever loved them. Like I don't think it ever went so deep for him. I think he was just too busy trying to accomplish things for humanity. He didn't like bother himself with the trivialness of love and showing like emotion. Everyone loves Sanguinius, but I don't even know if his dad did. Maybe the centuries of his life make him humble to love. Yeah, I think there's a possibility. Before he came into all of his power when he was like very, very young, that there was a chance that he loved. But I don't know, because even in Master of Mankind, we see him as like a young child, like figuring out like about his uncle that killed his father, and he didn't have all that much emotion, and he was very young. He was probably less than 12 years old. So like there is probably like some amount of love, but I don't even think it was just that much. The Emperor doesn't love the Custodes. He loves them as much as like a blacksmith loves like his favorite hammer. That's the most. I'm being honest. I'm being very honest. Yeah, and I won't deny, I think he cared about them. I think he cared about them a lot, but there's a difference between like caring for someone and then like loving someone. So, there's that. So that's my take on it. Like, I would love to say, no, the Emperor, he was perfect and he did everything right ever, but he didn't. And I think one of the reasons for that is because he was so focused on his dream for humanity. I think love is an aspect that is important in life. I think it does make you more human. But I think he might have seen that as a weakness when he was trying to get things done, which he admirable goals, but it's difficult. So the reason 40K romance novels aren't a thing. Yeah, they're more like subplots. Object love is a very respectable and legitimate love, if only if you're talking about an object. But when you're talking about a human, like, consider it this way. If someone loved you, but it was like object love, that is not the same. Man, it's frustrating because the human language, like, not the human, the English language does not like capture, like, love is just such like a basic word, and we have a very limited idea of what that means just based on our culture. But there are other languages that have other words for love that are definitely like more specific and mean different things, and like I think that's so cool, but like we lose that here. Like, I have to say, I love my sibling. Well, it's not a romantic love for my sibling. That's weird. It's like, it's a familial love. It's different. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, on the YouTube side. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you had a very good stream. My name is Aurelia. I am a Warhammer VTuber, and today is my birthday, but we're kind of talking about whatever. We're talking about anything and everything. Right now we're talking about the Emperor of Mankind, and if he actually like loved people and interpersonal relationships. It's very, very interesting tact, but I'm kind of enjoying it. So welcome in. I hope you had a good stream. If any of you Raiders are still hanging out, let me know what you guys did for your what you guys did for your stream. And yeah, and I hope you had a good time. If you need to eat, drink, whatever you need to do, go do that. So thank you for joining us today. I didn't catch the name of who raided in, so I'm sorry for that. I didn't catch it because YouTube is really bad. I saw it for like half a second when I looked over. So if one of you guys could tell me who rated in, then I will make sure I give the right credits and all that stuff. Okay. Where were we? Yes, love is an overused word and has lost its meaning. So there is all of that. At least in the English language, it's very like limited. Radiance did. Okay, I will make sure. Thank you so much for letting me know who rated. I was like, oh no, I saw it pop up, but then I didn't see the name because it's like white text on a gray bubble. Radiance. Okay, thank you so much for the raid, Radiance. What were you guys doing today? I appreciate that. There we go. Thank you so much. What were you guys doing today? Were you having fun? I wouldn't even call this philosophy, I'll say. Chat wasn't loading, so I couldn't type. Oh no. Oh no. Well, it's okay. Now you can type. But I wouldn't say this is necessarily philosophy. I mean, it could be considered that, but just kind of breaking things down. Kind of goblin shark love anyone? I don't think so. don't think a goblin shark can. Yeah, in Spanish it's easier to distinguish types of love. One that I've also heard, Greek. I think Greek is also, it's like broken up into different types. Let's see. Greek words for love. I know that one's one of the really good ones. Okay, let me go through the list. So there's a different, there's actually several. Okay. So here we are. I'm gonna some of these aren't correct, but I will give you a brief a brief lesson. There's like 9 different words that are versions of love but mean different things. I don't like the way this one does it. No. This one is not completely accurate. Sorry. I'm making sure this is accurate what I'm telling you. Anyways, I can't find a picture or like a diagram that I personally like about this, but essentially there's a bunch of different ones. So it's like romantic love, like familial love, and there's like different versions, and there's one that's like sacrificial love, like unconditional sacrificial love, like a friendship kind of love, a brotherly love. There's a lot of different ones that just don't encapsulate like the same ideas that when we just say, oh, well, I love you, like that's something very different. Yeah, love is, I do agree. Love is used a little too frequently. And I will fully admit that I'm definitely guilty of that. When I say, oh, I love Meat Lover's Pizza, it's not, that's not the same thing of me saying like, oh, I love my family. Those are two very different things. And I should probably say something like, oh, I really enjoy Meat Lover Pizza. And thank you, Edsel, for the super chat. Was there a message you wanted to say? The romancing the meat pizza. Look, it's so good though. It's so good. Yeah, like many words, it's lost its meaning from overuse. Correct. Mm-hmm. They should only let you eat Meat Lover's Pizza if you prove that you truly love meat. Oh yes, I do. Yeah, it's almost like, it's like when companies say, it's like, we're a family here. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not. No, we're not. We're not a family. Liars. You have to accentuate the usage of love by having hard eyes or not. You're right. I totally missed that. I totally missed that. Yeah, if a company says we're a family, you need to run. It's probably dysfunctional. Yeah, where's our funny thing? Just all like the nuances, and even across various languages, all of that. Sorry, I'm about to get some water. Been a lot of blah, 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 blah. Lots of talking. So, oh, and Arthur, thank you so much for the 5 months of support. I was on a tangent, I think, 6 minutes ago about love. If a company says we're a family, sorry to disappoint, I've applied to another 6 families. Oh no. Oh no. Are we? Oh, wait, dang it. I was going to do a little hum, but I can't. I could probably do less than 10 seconds, but I'll absolutely get slapped for copyright. I'll get slapped for copyright because I was thinking about the Beatles. all you need is love. That's probably all I can do because they will get on you so hard. Back to the meat though. Should I include all the meat we have, like lunch meat as well? Okay, here's what you should do. Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, ham. Full stop. I don't know what else you have at your pizza place, but that is, like, to me, the ideal. The ideal. That is the ideal meat lover's pizza. It depends on what else you have. If you have more stuff, I might be like, yes, I permit this. No, pineapple, that's a crime. Edsel, that's a crime. About every type of meat on just one pizza, I guarantee you I would not be a fan of sardines on my pizza, so not every type of meat. There are limits. There are limits to my appreciation. See, I said appreciation, not love, for meat lovers pizza. Hey Aurelia, what book do you recommend for beginners in the lore? Okay, so it depends on where you want to start. If you want to start, like, kind of in the thick of it, Horus Rising gets you, like, into Warhammer 30k, and you learn about the Horus Heresy. But if you want something that's, like, kind of, like, more chill, Gaunt's Ghosts, First and Only, that's one of the books. Caiaphas Cain is also a very, like, chill one as well. Those are kind of the chiller ones. There are other books that you can, like, listen to, but those are probably, like, the most reasonable ones to start off with. There's other ones that are good, but those are my recommendations for now. Yeah, Infinite and the Divine is good. It's just sometimes people, like, getting into, like, the robot thing is a whole other thing. Oh yeah, Eisenhorn. I forgot about Eisenhorn. That one is also good. I'm definitely more Imperial pilled, so I have more, like, Imperium recommendations. But they're, like, the best. As far as meat, we have chimpkin, turkey, salami, ground, and roast beef. Those are some roast beef on a pizza. Ground beef. Put ground beef on it. I said ground and roast beef, so ground beef. And then that's it. There you go. Roast beef on a pizza. Never had that before. Yeah, I know. It's a little caught me off guard. Yes, yeah, Untitled. You said it properly. Infinite Divine is a good book, but it doesn't do a great job to introduce you to the whole 40k concept. Yeah. Have you ever read the Night Lords novels? Yes, they're good. They are very good. I really liked them. Oh my gosh, don't get them started on the Warhammer horror stories. That takes a little bit before you can get into those. Roast beef on a pizza, it's like you put it's like pepperoni, but you put slices of that on the pizza. Like in tiny bits. That's how I imagine. Dang it, now that Beatles song is stuck in my head. You rip it up like ham. Yeah, see, there you go. Pizza with bacon, spinach, and egg. What kind of egg? Is it like scrambled? Like, what kind of egg is it? All you need is love. That's the Beatles song. Ooh, brisket pizza. That almost sounds wrong, but I'm, like, intrigued. I'm intrigued. I love brisket. I love me a good brisket. Oh my gosh. To be fair, there aren't too many Beatles songs that are bad. Beatles songs, for the most part, they're pretty solid across the board. You know, that's a good point, Steven. Also, watching YouTuber videos that introduce you to the setting are also helpful to give you more context. I definitely, so the first book I read, I would not recommend this to someone, but I liked The Lion, Son of the Forest. That was the first book I read. And then I watched YouTube videos to get more context. And so, but I really enjoyed it. It made sense to me when I read it. But that's not going to be the case for everyone. I wasn't too big on the Beatles. What's wrong with you? The Beatles are amazing. Eleanor Rigby is a very good song. See, you say you can't read it as your first book, but I actually did just fine with it. However, I do 100% admit that I have done a lot of reading. So my understanding about what was happening and what was going on was actually pretty decent, considering I didn't know too much about the universe. So I liked it enough that I wanted to keep reading more Warhammer books. Let's just say that, like, that I understood what was going on and I enjoyed the story enough that I was like, yeah, let's do this again. Let's read more of this. Man, if only I was having pizza for lunch, but we're having Taco Bell today. Because now all these, like, exotic pizzas sound really good. Oh, thank you, Starman, for the birthday wishes. Yeah, there's a lot of good options when it comes to lore. But yeah, I did get the recommendation from a friend to watch some YouTube videos to get a better understanding of the world, and then I watched them and I was like, oh, this is great. So after that, you could have pizza flavored tacos. Not from Taco Bell. Not from Taco Bell though. No. Because I don't have time to make lunch today because we're streaming. We're having a good time here. Yes, I agree. Don't binge read the Kane books. I try to read a bunch at once, and it, like, the plots are like somewhat similar, like the premise and like what kind of happens. So you have to break those up. I should read the next one. It's been a while since I've read a Kane book. That'd be kind of nice. I really like Kane. Not from Taco Bell. She says, like, Palpatine telling Anakin he can't get the power to save Padme. Okay, but look, like, I did have their, like, pizza thing. It was okay. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was, like, the best thing ever. Oh, Jack, thank you so much for the 11 months of support. If you have a wheat tortilla with pico de gallo and cheese, how is on it? Is that not a pizza? No. 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 I do not enjoy Taco Bell at all. Well, I'm sorry. That is your loss, because Taco Bell is so good. Taco Bell is just absolutely delicious. Is a taco a salad? No, it's not. No. I highly recommend organizing food. No, food classifications. All right. We're gonna discuss this. It's talking about, like, the cube method. Yes. Okay. The Washington Post did this. Is it? No, I don't want to pay money to you, Washington Post. Yes, it's the cube rule. All right, have you guys seen this? I'm gonna save this and we're gonna talk about it. Cube rule. When it comes to classifying food. Oh, I don't know if it'll pop up the way. Okay, one moment. I have to do some maneuvering to like screenshot this. Okay. No, stop it. Stop.